Hey guys, it's Alexandra from On Rockwood Lane. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a letter O with perler beads. This letter measures about 2.5 inches wide by 3 5/8 inches tall. I'm using a square grid for mine. This is the kind with the puzzle pieces so you can interlock them together. And this one measures 5 3/4 inches wide. You're also going to need some tweezers. And I'm using a see-through orange bead for mine. You're going to need 150 beads in total. You'll also need an iron and some parchment paper so you can fuse the beads together. If you'd like to follow along, I have a chart for this that I will link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by working 13 vertical beads. I'm going to work now up at a diagonal to the right to have 4 beads, and from the very first one I'm going to work down at a diagonal to have 4 beads. I'm going to work to the right on the top and on the bottom to have 7 beads each. And now you'll find that both sides are even. I'm going to work up to the right from the bottom and down to the right from the top to have 4 beads there. And then we're going to fill in vertically to bridge those 2 beads together. And now the outside of the outline is done. We need to create the center cutout. So I'm going to go on the top line from both ends there before it starts at the diagonal. I'm going to work downward to have 5 beads. And from the same point on the bottom, on each end here before the diagonal, I'm going to work up to have 5 beads each. From this right top side, I'm going to work down to the right, and from the bottom right side, I'm going to work 1 up to the right. And from the same point on the left side, from the top left, I'm going to go down to the left, and from the bottom, I'm going to go up to the left. And now I'm going to fill in vertically to bridge each of those together. Now we'll go to the top part there. From the left side, I'm going to go up to the right, and from the right side I'm going to go up to the left. And now from the bottom left side, we're going to go down to the right, and from the right side, we're going to go down to the left. And then we'll work horizontally to bridge each of those sets together. And now the center cutout is done, and we're just going to fill in the blanks around it. And there we have it. The letter O is now set. Next step is going to be to grab some parchment paper and iron it. I'm going to be showing you this step with my letter E. Alright, so when I do the ironing, I like to do it on my washing machine. I have this mat that I put down when I iron. It has magnets there so it sticks. I know it's not going to fall off. And it's a good surface to iron on. I have the plastic grid here with my letter and some parchment paper. The side that's the most waxy, I'm going to put it face down on top of my letter. And you can reuse the same piece of parchment paper over and over again, so it's not a big investment there. My iron has 1 through 6 on it, depending on the type of fabric that you're ironing. The instructions for perler beads say medium heat. I did try it at medium level and it was taking way too long to fuse my beads, and then they were fusing unevenly, so I actually just put it up at the max level, which is 6, and it works within the time that it's supposed to. It's about 15 to 20 seconds. So I have the parchment paper there, and I'm just going to place my iron on and work in a circular motion. Make sure that as you're working you get the corners and the edges, because those sometimes take a little bit longer to fuse together. And then you'll be able to check it by just moving your parchment paper. It should peel right up. If you have any beads that are sticking to your parchment paper, carefully put it back down and iron over that section again. Once you've peeled back your paper and you're satisfied with the fusing here, then you'll want to flip it over. Be careful when grabbing the letter because it's going to be very warm, so either let it sit for a moment so it can cool off and then you can pick it up, or I just take my grid and flip it over. And then you can put the grid on the side and you're going to fuse the back the same exact way that you did the front. So you'll just take your parchment paper, place it over it, and iron in that circular motion again. This is super important to have a surface that is okay to be ironed on. In about 15 to 20 seconds of ironing, you'll be able to go ahead and peel up your paper, and the back side will be fused together as well. Be careful when touching it because it's still going to be warm or hot. So you might want to just let it cool for a moment before you flip it back over and move it to wherever you're going to let it cool. And if there's any spots that you're not happy with the way they look, or you want them to be a little bit more fused together, then just place your parchment paper back on top and iron it a little bit more in that section. Just be careful because the longer that you iron it, the smaller the holes are going to close up. It doesn't take very long for it to cool down, and then as it cools, it becomes more sturdy. So you can actually use it in projects or string it up if you want to use it as an ornament or maybe a name tag for a gift. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. You'll find the chart for this linked in the description box below. Please smash that like button and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.